Welcome to Faithfully Us, a space where faith meets family and quiet voices are heard. If you're looking for encouragement and real talk, you're in the right place. Let's walk this journey together. Hi, welcome back to Faithfully Us. We're back for another episode. This has been fun, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this ride with us. We're having a lot of fun. Christmas is this week, so we wanted to talk a little bit about Christmas and what that looked like. Having Christmas in Antigua and Christmas in America.
How would you explain that we celebrate Christmas, especially Christmas Eve leading into Christmas?
Yeah, like the one thing I remember is it's just a lot of festive. It felt like Christmas, right? Like there's certain things that we did. We went into town and there was lights and driving around and seeing decorations and things like that. So it's Christmas season. It had that vibe. For me, here it doesn't really have
Yeah.
that same vibe.
So the one thing I always tell people, I always tell everyone, usually we don't have, at least for me, I'm not sure if it was different for you, but usually we don't have like a bunch of gifts just waiting around, wrapped
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It wasn't until like Christmas Eve at night, really, that we went out into the town and we started buying gifts and stuff like that and buying stuff. Because remember, I don't know, remember it was kind of like a street fair kind of with music and all the vendors were out on the street.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't leave home until about like 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
At night?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that wasn't me. No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Man.
We were there earlier, but
Yeah.
it wasn't for gift buying, though. It was more for the sights,
Yeah.
right? Like looking at the scenery. Shell's had this beautiful Christmas light display and things like that. So for me, it wasn't my family. It wasn't the gift buying. It's like the ambiance,
Yeah.
the lights, the mingling, the what else can we see
Yeah.
to see that night?
Yeah. But it was more festive. It was like
Yeah.
festive. There was like a lot of music on the streets and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then maybe
It was peaceful.
I'm remembering the time frames wrong. Maybe it was a little bit earlier, but I remember one particular night we were out past midnight and everything.
Oh, wow.
So so it's crazy because I felt as though at least a couple times we did most of our shopping like Christmas Eve. And then we'll get everything wrapped or put away. And then on Christmas, we would open everything and then celebrate and things of that sort. So I remember the first year we're here back in 2001.
Well, let me ask you
Yeah.
this. In Antigua, did you have a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never had a Christmas tree
Oh, really?
back home. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, we always had Christmas trees. I want to say mostly my grandmother because I don't remember a Christmas tree at our house.
Yeah.
honestly. But I remember my grandma used to always every year put up her Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much. I don't remember decorating much outside. Like,
No,
it wasn't
no.
really. It was just like stores and businesses and
Yeah.
stuff.
And houses, because they always had like a Christmas light competition.
Yeah, but
So
those would be the
houses
only
did that.
houses
That would be the
yeah.
only house that
So you
had.
just decorate on the inside and
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah. You
So
change your curtain for red curtains
mhm.
because it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our Christmas Eve was a lot of cleaning too. Like you do
To
a lot of cleaning and
prepare.
housework around the house and
To prepare for Christmas
yeah,
Day and the cooking and
yeah,
all the things. Yeah. So what
yeah.
were you saying?
So I was saying like the first year we moved to Colorado, we were doing that exact same stuff.
Yeah.
We're cleaning. We spent the entire day cleaning, and we're like, yeah, at 6 o'clock we'll go out and do our shopping and
Yeah.
everything. So we did all that. I remember we got out of the house like 6 o'clock. We got over to Walmart at about 6:30. The entire drive over, we're like, man, there's nobody on the streets. Like, what's going on? Like, everybody's already at their destination.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was on the road.
Yeah.
We got to Walmart. We was like, oh no.
It was
Like,
closed?
there was no one in the parking lot.
Oh,
We drove up. We're
no.
like, maybe they're opening late because you know
Yeah.
how they do for like Black Friday and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're late.
Nope.
No,
It was closed.
everywhere was closed at 6 o'clock. So that was our first welcome into like having a different culture in America
Yeah. The
where they did
changes.
things completely different. So we had no gifts.
For your first Christmas year.
For my
there was no-
first Christmas
Oh,
year, there was
that's
nothing.
funny.
And I
That's
was
so
looking
funny.
forward to it too because I remember there was a couple PlayStation games that I wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man. And then it wasn't until was it Black Friday? Not Black Friday. We say Boxing Day, the
The day
26th
after
of
Christmas.
December.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
a
day,
holiday
yeah.
in the Caribbean.
Yeah, but the day after Christmas, we went out and did all shopping and stuff then. So we had a late Christmas that year, learned very early that we're not we're not in Kansas anymore. So
Completely different. Yeah, for sure. Growing up, did your parents tell you about Santa Claus, or how did you learn that
so
Santa Claus wasn't
so
real?
one of my
Oh, sorry, spoiler alert, people, Santa Claus is not
hide
real.
your kids.
Yeah,
So,
don't let your kids hear this. Cover their ears. Santa's not real.
I was just talking to my coworkers last week about this because I was like, yeah, we always knew and heard of Santa Claus because American culture is very visible
Yeah,
where we
it's on
live.
TV.
It's on
Yeah.
TV all over the place. We knew of Santa Claus, but we never had our parents say, "Hey, you have to be good, otherwise Santa isn't bringing you
Yeah.
any toys or any
Yeah.
presents." We knew that there's no reindeer coming because, for one, we didn't have snow,
Yeah.
we didn't have chimneys. Um,
And
so yeah,
I was talking to somebody about that. I don't remember who, but I was saying, I don't think my mom has ever said Kirsty Santa's not real. But because of where we lived, we
yeah,
don't
you put
have
it together.
chimneys. Santa rides on a sleigh in the snow. We don't have
Yeah,
snow. You know what I mean? So we just grew up knowing, oh yeah, that's something that's American.
yeah,
But then even on like in England, they don't say Santa Claus. It's
hmm,
Father Christmas, right?
yeah,
So it's different.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so we're like, oh yeah, that's just an American thing.
But even
We didn't celebrate.
I remember for a short period of time, I was like, "Oh, maybe Santa just doesn't come here. Maybe he goes to just the snowy places and
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
doesn't come down to this hot climate."
yeah,
But then soon after, it's like you just
yeah,
realize and you put everything together. So
yeah.
it wasn't that big of a deal. We always knew that we got our gifts from our parents. Any gifts that we got. And another thing that was different too is that they weren't like a whole bunch of gifts like piled up. It was just like 3 or 4 things
But
and
I also think though, like it's different here, right?
yeah,
So things are cheap here compared to how
less
it
expensive.
was. Sorry, things are less expensive here than how it was in Antigua, right? So we can get double the things for our children because it's not as expensive. But with growing up, it's like, what can my mom afford?
Yeah. And I
Maybe it's just this one
yeah,
thing.
and I think with that too, you had more of an appreciation because I remembered like the 2 or 3 things I would get. I'll be so excited
Hmm.
for it.
Absolutely.
And like even I remember one Christmas, it was like this little cheap remote control race car.
Inexpensive
No,
remote
this was
control.
cheap. This was cheap. I think it broke after a couple of days or something.
What year
Um,
was that? Let me, I
so
hope your
so
parents are listening.
no, actually, I think I bought it with my money.
Okay,
So
see
that
it
they
for
gave me
yourself.
money and I bought it for myself. And I was so excited because I was eyeing, I always wanted a remote control
Hmm.
car. And then I got it, and then it wasn't as good as what you thought it was, but
Yeah,
I was so
yeah.
excited about it, and like I was just happy. So
I think for me, I don't know, and maybe it was us being children, why it felt different. I haven't been home for Christmas in a very long time. And I would love for us to go back to Antigua and take the kids and to see if the feel is still the
yeah,
same. And I don't know if it's like childlike wonder and all the things, but it had a different
yeah,
feel.
it did.
Come December 1st, it was Christmas is coming.
Yeah,
Like just seeing the lights and the celebrations and all the things, it was nice. Christmas Eve
there was a different feel in
it
the
was a
air.
different
Yeah,
feel. Like
and it wasn't like because I feel like
it was like
here.
harmony.
Yeah, but I feel like here it's more like, oh, holidays are coming, so everyone's like purposely saying, "Oh, we got to spread joy, we got to spread cheer."
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It was just a different feel.
It was
I never heard of anyone say, "Oh, we got to be more joyful, or we got to
yeah,
spread
like
more cheers. Christmas
it
is
was
coming."
something that came.
Yeah,
And it just felt good. And then Christmas morning, you woke up and it was nice. It was togetherness. It was cooking and Christmas
family.
dinner
Yeah,
and family.
yeah,
Yes. And I think it was just a different feel than what it is now. And I
yeah,
miss that. And
Eh,
and maybe when we go back home, it'll be nice to have that again.
yeah,
Cause it's not the same here. It's not the same. I mean, of course, we have our family, we have our
yeah,
kids and stuff, but the feeling of Christmas it's so commercialized here
yeah.
in America that it's different.
But I also feel like for us, it's a little bit different too because, yes, I feel as though with us being older now, and we're not the kids. We have kids that we have to provide for and give these things to. There's a different feel to that and dealing with the life and
Yeah,
everything that comes
yeah.
with life and
And
everything. But
Wouldn't it be no, I was gonna say, wouldn't it be interesting if how we felt as children is how our kids feel?
yeah,
And maybe that's it,
yeah,
maybe it's, oh, we put up the tree together. We're doing this. There's the
yeah,
presents on the tree. Maybe that's the feeling that they get when like what we had when
yeah,
growing up, but now it just feels different. And you're right, it could be because we're adults
yeah.
and
And I also feel like
you know.
it's a cultural thing too, because I feel as though I honestly feel as though if we went back, we'll have a different feel to as to how Christmas is, because it's a lot more laid
Yeah,
back home.
absolutely.
It's not as hustly and bustly as it is
Absolutely.
here. So you have a lot more time to like sit back and just enjoy life and
Enjoy
enjoy
life and
people
family and
and stuff
people.
like that
Yeah.
without worrying about, oh, what's the next thing I got to do?
Yeah.
What's the next thing I got to take care of and
Mhm.
things of that sort.
On
So,
Christmas Day, you can go to
hmm
the beach and relax, the weather's
hmm
beautiful. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's for one. Like, how do you not have a beach and have Christmas?
Yeah.
So
But
that
then
that
but
was a
then but then people like our kids are like,
yeah,
"It's not snowing on
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
the Christmas." And it's like, What are you
yeah, yeah,
Huh?" Yeah, like, I think it was last year it didn't snow,
yeah,
and our son was just like, it doesn't feel like Christmas. There's no snow." And we're just like, "Boy, if you come on now." It was
yeah,
Yeah, it's so different from how we grew up to how our kids are growing up, and, yeah, it's just an interesting journey, and I think we just have to make sure we're celebrating the right reasons. It's Jesus'
yeah,
birthday. Okay, you may not get a lot of presents this year, but
yeah,
you have some presents. That's better than,
yeah,
nothing. And even if you didn't have anything, still be appreciative
yeah.
of everything.
And I'm not sure if it's because like around somewhere in your 30s is where it hits, and you're kind of over the not over the presents, but you don't expect presents. It's more like, oh, how much time can I spend? Like, can I just spend time with my family? Can I spend
Yeah.
time with the kids?
Let's play
I just want
games
time
and watch
away from
movies.
work and be with the
Yes.
family and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's about togetherness. It's about family. It's about watching our kids' face light up when, they open their presents. And I think our kids our oldest two are at the age where it's like, what do you get them now? They
Yeah.
have so many toys, what do you get? But I like now I growing up, I hated practical gifts like, oh yeah, I got
Socks.
socks.
Ugh.
But now it's like, hey,
Thank
listen,
you.
I'm listen, I'm gonna put some socks under the tree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some, there's some stuff that um
I
our
also
kids have
think
been
I
wanting,
also
like some pajamas, some
yeah.
character
I also think
pajamas.
because
I'll
when
throw
we
that
try to
in.
get our kids stuff though, it's cool stuff. It's like, even though it's a shirt or it's
Yeah, no,
socks,
no,
it's
no, no.
something cool. But
Yeah.
I feel like when our parents were getting us stuff,
Like,
it was like,
it's
oh.
like I needed this, right? But no, it's true. With our
So
stuff, like our son likes Marvel and certain
yeah,
things. So like if we get like clothes wise, it'll be a character that
yeah,
he loves. So it's, more gifts on the tree, but it's also now you have when you needed new pajamas, now you have
yeah.
a whole pack of
Yeah,
pajamas.
and I think something I want to say too is that I feel as though, especially maybe both of our young, our oldest and our middle child, but mostly the older one, I feel as though he's more appreciative of time together,
Yes.
and I
I would say
definitely
that's his
think
love
he's
language.
better. Yeah, he's definitely better at that than I was. I want to say maybe up through my 20s.
What do you
Cause,
mean?
cause I at Christmas time I wanted the gifts. I wanted the video games and stuff like that. And I feel as though that was the thing I was most excited about
Hmm.
was the gifts. But I
Yeah.
feel like with him, he enjoys the time together. He enjoys watching movies together.
I
He
think
enjoys playing games together and stuff like
But I
that.
also think, love language has something to do with it. His love language is definitely quality time with his family. So I mean, like Kamoy's now a lot of there's a lot of stuff on new shows on TV that we're not a huge fan of. So we go back to our old stuff. So now Kamoy went back and he's watching Family Matters. And our kids watch it, and they're sitting down.
Surprisingly, because I didn't think
Surprisingly,
they would like it.
I mean,
So
I'm talking, they're laughing,
yeah,
they're commenting, they're having a good time. And for our son, the oldest, he loves that. And he just loves when we're all together, um, just doing something, whether it's watching TV or playing games or something. He just loves when we're all
yeah,
together. So I think that being his love language has
yeah.
something to do with the gift giving as well. So yeah. Maybe you're Love language back then was you wanted gifts, receiving gifts. That was the problem. Come on. But
So
no, yeah, I agree.
I
Now
think that's
going
what
back,
most kids are though.
but you said up until your 20s. Like, come
Yeah,
on
because
now.
I still wanted a Call of Duty. I still wanted a PlayStation and
I'm
stuff.
sorry. Still, you wanted?
Y-
It sounds like
Yeah.
come on now. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, I haven't asked for the new Call of Duty in forever now,
Oh,
so
jeez. Okay. But no, I think age has something to do with it. I think it's you get to a certain age where it's like, all right, you don't have to get me anything, or you get me something throughout the year. You hear me say,
yeah,
oh, I would love this thing, and you get it for me then right then and
yeah.
there instead of waiting until
And
Christmas.
something I've noticed too with myself is that I love seeing our kids happy
Yes.
and like being able to make them smile or see how they react to things or
Yes.
see them be overly excited and stuff. I feel as though that brings more joy than you getting something for yourself.
I agree. I
So
agree.
I feel like that's just something as you grow and as you get older and have kids and stuff like that, that comes along with it.
Well, let's talk about yesterday.
Mm,
You know, um, Whenever it snows, our kids are always wanting to go outside and play in the snow, make snow angels, and they want to do a sled. So we bought them yesterday while they were at school. We went and got them some like snowsuits, snow pants, snow boots, all the things. And when we picked them up from school and got home, and we are like, "Hey, we have a surprise for you," they were so excited, right? And then we showed them what it was, and they were over the moon.
yeah.
They had to try it on. They're walking around. They're like, okay, so they're looking outside, waiting for it to snow. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. And I think we've done a good job at instilling in our kids, like, when we set a surprise, they could have been like, oh, it's a new toy and be upset that it wasn't a new toy.
Yeah.
But they weren't. They were super happy with the clothes and the shoes that we got
Yeah.
them for the snow. Um, they were really happy and excited about that. And I think we've done a good job instilling. I mean, it didn't start out that way. Like, we had to have conversations with our son about, attitudes and behaviors and,
Yeah.
things
Or
may
them
not.
comparing with each other.
Yeah, yeah. Or other people, their
Yeah, she only
friends.
got 3, I only got 3, she got 5,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
So I think, we've done a good job, and I think they're appreciative of whatever it is that, we get them. So, I love our kids and I think they're doing well. But yeah, I do miss. I think let's make a goal. I miss let's try to get back home for Christmas and see if the feel is still the same. Let's see if the vibe is still the same. I would love for our kids to spend, a Christmas in Antigua, and maybe our new tradition will be every well, going home and on Christmas Day we go to the beach. Right?
I'll
Like,
be
forget
down.
the snow in Colorado.
I'll be down.
We go to the beach. We go to the
Yeah.
beach on Christmas. So yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining Faithfully Us. We hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.